Hey everyone, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals again. I have a shortcut recipe for you here. I'm going to make some muffins today, and I don't know, I just kind of wanted a little extra treat in the house, something that I could just grab real quick. So here's what I do. I'm not a very good baker. I'm an excellent cook, but I am not a good baker at all, so I use shortcuts. Here's my little shortcut. This sucker costs 98 cents for those of you on a budget. It's made with whole grains, which basically just means whole wheat flour. And then you get a little thing of milk. I always use 2%. It says whole milk, but I like the reduced fat, and sometimes skim milk when you're baking isn't very good. I've been told not to use it, which is why I don't, and the people who told me that are my cousins, my uncle. They are phenomenal bakers. Just don't expect calorie counts on that, because let me tell you, the deliciousness that they create, you just don't care. So anyway, so this is quick, easy. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to show you what I have. So I've got my little milk. We've got our mix, and I always add some things into this. So I'm going to add my ½ cup milk. We're going to mix it, and then we're going to add the other stuff to it. Okay? This way we can tell how dense the dough is getting. That way, if I need to add a little bit more milk, make it a little bit smoother, I can do that. I don't generally use a whisk with this one because there are nuts in this flour and they get caught in the whisk. So when I do the blueberry one, they have apple cinnamon, and those are no big deal to mix other things into them. But so it's kind of like making a cake out of a box. There you go. And for those of you who bake, if you have a healthy recipe for this, please feel free to post it up. I would love to see it. Here's the other thing. I like my trail mix. This Energy Crunch, if you can see, it's got soybeans, cranberries, almonds, and pumpkin kernels. So I've got a nice little crunchy blend in here. If you look really closely, oh, it's just delicious. So I'm going to take my ½ cup, and we're going to pour about ½ cup in. I know I don't usually measure, but I want to be generous without being too generous, if that makes sense, because I do want to add some additional dried cranberries to this. I want this to be kind of a treat, but I want protein and I want vegetables in it, and I want the protein, or protein and fruit, and I want the protein in the fruit to outweigh the flour that's in it. Alright, so looking pretty good. I don't think we need to add any more milk to this. Oh, oven is preheated. We got it preheated to 425. And the next thing is cranberries, dried cranberries. Now with these, the only thing in here is cranberries and a little bit of sugar. But that sugar, you're going to have that anyway through the cranberries. So that's pretty much what you're looking at, and it's just plain old dried cranberries. That's all we got in here. And we're going to add a ½ cup of these. Okay? So all natural dried cranberries, 100%. There isn't a stack of sugar sitting in this. The sugar that you're seeing in the ingredients is actually from the citric acid and the cranberry juice. Alright, so we've got ½ cup. We're going to mix that in. Alright, so now these muffins, without all of this stuff in it, are 150 calories. Okay? Add in, where's the top? A third cup of cranberries. So it's 130 for the cranberries. We have to divide that by 6. And about 150 for the trail mix, which we have to divide by 6. So whatever that ends up being. And see how it's a little bit denser? I'm going to leave it as is, and we're just going to put as many as we can into my muffin maker. I have a 12-cup muffin maker, as you can see. So, here. I don't know why it's not zooming out, but there's my 12-cup. So I'm just going to put 6. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it spreads out a little bit evenly in the pan. If you try and put 6 here, you have to fill this half with water just so that the pan heats evenly. So I'm going to space them out. Now the one thing we do need to do is put some sort of oil or butter on it so that it does not stick. So I'm going to take my little stick of butter, because you know me, and just roll it around in the cups so it doesn't stick. Get this going. And you can see this pan. I will not lie, I am a huge carbaholic. So anytime I get a hankering, I guess that's how you say it in Texas and the South, is a hankering. For carbs, I like to choose healthy whole greens, and I like to put as much protein as I can, as much fruit as I possibly can, simply because it helps me when I'm choosing a snack. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Take 2 spoons, we're going to drop some mix in, and we're just going to try and make it even, because you want about 3/4 to 2/3, or 2/3 to 3/4 full. If I end up making more of these, because of the dough, then that's great. What I usually do is I drop my 6 in, and then I just even it out. The thing with this recipe, in the fact that you are adding stuff to it, is you really want to watch how it's baking, because a lot of times what will happen is it either cooks quicker or cooks slower, and it just really depends on your oven, what you put in it. And you don't want to burn these puppies because they're delicious. And banana nut means there's cinnamon in here. Let me make sure. Sugar won't be. Yeah, there's some cinnamon, there's some nutmeg in here. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. Now, you are more than welcome to always add more seasoning. Just because a recipe comes out of a box does not mean you can't add stuff to it, doesn't mean you can't modify it. It simply means it's a starter. You either make it as it is on the box, or you do some changes. There was one person, my sister and I went to a cookie exchange. And, I think I have enough for a few more of these. And this chick, she went and she made sugar cookies, but she added cream cheese, and she added, cranberries, a ton of cranberries. They were amazing. They were the most delicious cranberry cookies I had had in quite a while. Alright, so now that looks like we got 8 muffins. Ooh, yay. This is going to keep me stocked for a while. Now, some of these I'm going to put in the freezer just because there's just no way I'm going to eat 8 muffins in 3 or 4 days. So that's the other thing to keep in mind as you're doing all this cooking and it's healthy. Generally, things stay for about 3 days. Anything over that, it's, look it up, because I have a 3-day rule. If it's been sitting in my fridge for 3 days, I don't want it. I don't want to give it to anybody. I won't eat it. Done. Alright. So, I'm going to take, because if you can see, we've now got, only 4 of these puppies not filled. So I'm going to get some water and put it in there, and then we're going to bake this and see what it comes out like. So let me show you how I'm doing this. You want the water about half full. Okay, so right about there. You really don't need that. Perfect. You don't need a lot of water. You just want it kind of where everything else is in terms of your dough. And be careful when you're putting this in the oven so that it doesn't spill. Alright, so I will see you guys back. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Our delicious muffins are done. Woohoo, woohoo. Okay, so here's the deal with the water. Because the water is in here, you can't take this pan and flip it. So I just made sure that everything is just going to pop out just like that. And a little bit popped off, so we're going to try it. And that had a little bit of walnut in it. Oh, I love it. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. is just very nicely take them and put them on a plate. There we go. This way they can cool. If you have a rack is better. It's one of those things on my list that I have not gotten. I have this tendency to make a list and then I go to the store and whatever I had on my list is not what I buy. So, we lost about half of that, so we're going to leave that right there. Just so if you want to see what's inside, you can see all the nice goodness. What happened there is there's a whole line of goodness sitting right there. See, almost happened there too. So, we're going to let these cool. And then once they're done cooling, we have breakfast, lunch, a snack. This is even good. You can take this and make them while the kids are in school. It took 20 minutes, 14 to cook, and 5-6 to mix up the batter and put it inside the pan. And that's it. So it's an easy snack for you. It's an easy snack for the kids. Lots of delicious, yummy goodness is inside of it. Fruit, protein, whole grains. Enjoy. I will post it up with some calories so you can see what you are in store for. Enjoy your nice low-cal treat. It's gonna, I don't know, it is gonna taste like a treat. The only thing missing is chocolate, and really don't think you need that with this one. So, hope everyone has a wonderful day. I will talk with you tomorrow.